What's up, gamers? Welcome back. I just realized something very embarrassing. It literally tells you every time you start the game how to open up the map. Yeah, well, that's embarrassing. So, in the previous... Oh, I don't have my skin on. Huh, okay, that's weird. In the previous episode, we made some progress. We started getting coal trees. We got some coal. We need to start getting cottonwood. And then, 10 ambers. Which, I don't remember how you get 10 ambers. I'll be real. 10 amber. That's Tim, not 10. Yeah, that makes sense. 10 amber. Alright, clay resin, bone resin, gravel resin, flint. Yeah. How are we getting flint, though? Oh, yeah, well, there's literal gravel trees, of course. Oh, my voice sounds weird. Gravel, bone, clay, and flint. Okay, I don't know why I forgot that. Let's just put all this in there. Clay, bone. Where's gravel? Do I have gravel? I don't think so. I must not have broke too many gravel trees down, if any. Dude, I've been watching, I keep up with some drama and stuff, I mean, technically I was in the lolcow community, so I mean, it's expected, because I made those lolcow videos, but I've been keeping up with some stuff. I mainly just watch Smokey, and then Smokey and God, sorry, wait, can I? Oh, I could just do that? Oh my god. Alright. I mainly keep up with Smokey MCC, or MCC, however you say it. And then also, Kiwi Tapes. Main people I watch. Whoa, we need to make a fucking forge. Oh yeah, I should have done that. Fuck. Okay. I forgot I needed to do that. So what I think we'll do is... yeah. Okay. Then we'll take that as well, I guess. We'll take all this as food, and then... yeah, that looks good. So, like I was saying... sorry. I'll get to what we were going to do exploration-wise, and then I'll get to what I was yapping about. So we're going to explore and look for a jungle. Because to get the cottonwood, we need the cotton sapling. I mean, cotton sapling. We need a jungle sapling. But like I was yapping about, I keep up with some drama and stuff. I've been keeping up with the pirate software drama specifically lately. And oh my god, that man has to be like the most insufferable person on the internet. Like, it's actually crazy. Like, there's been some stuff that's came up recently about, like, I guess it's not super recent, but some people were talking about it, and pretty much it's like his because I thought he had a ferret rescue, but the catch is he doesn't have a ferret rescue. Well, okay, he doesn't have a non-profit ferret rescue. Pretty much what it is it's a like a for-profit rescue, which wouldn't be a bad thing in its own, like people can run a business that helps animals and stuff, right? Like, that's not a big deal. But the main problem is where it's not a non-profit, he doesn't have to essentially prove where all the money's going. I mean, there is like he can, of course, like when he does taxes and stuff, he has to, but he doesn't have to publicly do it. And because of that, he can commingle funds between his channel and his nonprofit, which is very scummy behavior, as you can imagine. Of course, this hasn't been like confirmed. Like no one knows if he's actually doing this, as far as I'm aware so far. But just the possibility of it's pretty scummy, because like if you're gonna run a non-profit, right? Now I will agree on one of his points. He did say that he felt bad. He would feel bad running a non-profit because it's a well-known loophole in the like American tax system that a lot of like really wealthy people do is they will like start a nonprofit or like be on the board of a nonprofit, and then they'll just put money from essentially their left hand into their right hand, so one business into the nonprofit, and then that money from the nonprofit, or sorry, that money from the real business that went into the nonprofit will be completely tax exempt pretty much. There are a couple taxes you have to pay. Like you got to pay taxes for your employees and stuff, but that's beside the point. And I agree on that part. You know, that's scummy behavior. But at the end of the day, like that's just a loophole that's in the actual system itself. Even if you don't do a nonprofit, you don't have to do that. If that thought crossed your mind and you're like, well, the only way I can prevent myself from like getting out of taxes is if I don't start a nonprofit, you know, I'll have to just start it for profit so no one can see what I'm doing with my money. Like, brother, like I feel like that's even more like weird. But yeah, it's just a very interesting situation because I know a lot about other than being business, right? Business, which is, if you don't know what I'm getting my wait. Oh, I thought that was a jungle tree, but no, this is a dark oak. Was there a dark oak there? Okay. If you don't know, that's what I'm getting my degree in, is business, specifically business administration, but that's beside the point. So I do know a fair bit about, all that kind of stuff. And, I feel like anyone who actually knows the American, like, business world knows about that, because it's such a common, like, way to, like, I was going to say embezzle, but it's not embezzlement technically, and it's not technically fraud either, because it's just loud. It's just a common loophole, I guess, that a lot of people use. And it is scummy, I do have to say, but not really anything you can do about it unless the system changes. Which I just thought all that was interesting since I actually know quite a bit about that subject. And then there was also some other drama that I thought was pretty funny. Pretty much he got like blatantly caught like inflating his not his stream numbers, but his what's it called? His his hype train numbers, and if you don't know, a hype train is pretty much just like what's the best way? It's essentially just like viewers give money to a streamer, and then a train happens, and the streamer, it can be extended the more money you give, pretty much. I did explain that terribly, but that's pretty much what it is. There's so many fucking deserts. Oh my god. This entire world we spawned into a fucking desert. Like, actually, this is crazy. But yeah, he got caught inflating that number because he was like paying one of his mods to. Sorry, he wasn't technically paying one of his mods. His mod was donating the money to the stream, and then the mod got a percentage of the stream revenue, I believe it was. So he wasn't technically directly paying him, but, you know, might as well have been. Which I thought was kind of goofy. Which, I mean, I'll be real, I guarantee, like, half the streamers on Twitch and YouTube do that, at least. And, I mean, it's smart, you know. It's a little shady, because you are misrepresenting, like, donations. But at the same time, I would say it's kind of honestly a gray area. You are providing a, like, what's it called? Like, you're making the viewers want to donate more. But unironically, I don't really think that's a problem. Because, like, streamers do that all the time, right? Doing that is, I mean, like, it's just a different type of it. normally streamers will be like, hey, if we hit this goal, I'll jump off the Golden Gate Bridge or something stupid like that, right? Um, it's just a more shady way of doing that, essentially. I think personally. I forgot to take my bed. Fuck. Well, let's start running back. This is actually ridiculous, though. Like, this entire map so far, I don't know how many blocks this has been, but this has at least 1,000. Is all just fucking savanna and desert. It's crazy. No, I thought that was interesting. Yeah, just some drama stuff I thought was interesting. I figured I'd yap about while I was running around. Uh, yeah. Well, while we run back, well, it's about to be night, so I might as well keep doing the recording so you can see me get murdered during the night. I'm sure that'll be interesting. Do we need to kill any monsters for anything? No, we should be good on everything. We don't have cottonwood yet, so we can't get string, but I don't really think we need string for anything right now. I'm not sure.
Wow.
Wow. God, I fucking... Oh my god, guys with guns. Fucking hate those creepers, dude. They're so annoying. Alright. No, I do want to. I've mentioned this on the channel previously that I wanted to start a nonprofit and like kind of like do videos on it on the channel and stuff. And it's interesting because like I'm sure there's a lot of people that do that. But I don't like. Oh fuck! I was killed by Dave. Yeah, fair enough. I'm sure there's a lot of people that do that. Like I was saying, but I don't know any. Well, okay, Urban Rescue Ranch, right? Uncle Dave. Wait, Uncle Dave. What the fuck am I on about? Why is there so many? Oh yeah, Huston. What is that? Oh my god! Why the fuck did I say Uncle Dave? What the fuck am I on about? But anyways, there's a lot of people who do that, I'm sure, but I've only seen a couple, and I really like. Why aren't these mobs despawned? Oh shit, guy with gun. Like I was saying, I really respect that because, like, realistically, YouTubers and streamers and stuff, they make a lot of money. And I mean, it's the same with anyone who makes a lot of money, in my opinion, right? If you make a lot of money, you should be, I wouldn't say forced necessarily, but there should be some obligation at some point to provide back, whether that be financially or most of the time financially, to like the community or just as something, right? Because realistically, if you're like one of these big streamers out here that are making, or YouTubers even, that are making like 10 grand a video and you upload like 10 videos a day or something, or you make like 5 grand a stream and you stream for like an hour, or you just slept, right? And you stream every day, like that's a absurd amount of money, right? Of course, there's like, there are some like people who like put on big productions and stuff, like Mr. Beast, for example. I know there's a bunch of like the Mr. Beast controversy and stuff. And I'm not a big fan of Mr. Beast at all, especially after he started like his new AI debacles. Like that shit's just kind of fucking cringe, bro. But like there's a lot of people who put on big productions that obviously need to keep like a large amount of the funding from their videos and stuff. But Mr. Beast is different though, because he makes so much fucking money and he also makes profit off of his charity videos, which I don't think is necessarily bad. Um, I see why some people be like, oh, he's only doing it for profit and stuff. But at the end of the day, as long as you're helping people, I don't think it really matters if you're doing it for profit, or if, you're doing it for whatever, right? Obviously, most people who do charity and stuff like that are like the big donators, not like people actually doing the work, right? Like if you're someone out here that's like in a soup kitchen making the soup and stuff, right? Then obviously you're not just there to make yourself look good, right? You actually care about your community, about the people, blah, 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 blah. But if you're some like millionaire or billionaire, or even if you're just like not even that much money, if you're just donating a large sum and it's not a cause that's personal to you, you're most likely just doing it to like look good, right? Or to tax reasons. Tax reasons is a big one. And I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. It's just fuck, I can't speak, and I should have known that before I start talking about this. It's another motive that should be taken into account. Is pretty much what I'm trying to say there. So people shouldn't like sanctify people. Sanctify, is that the word? People. I should have took my bad, so I could have just kept exploring. God, I'm stupid. People shouldn't like sanctify, I think is the word. People who do charity and like probably like broadly announce it and stuff, right? Which I feel like some people have done for Mr. Beast. Which, don't get me wrong, Mr. Beast is a good dude, I believe. I don't think he's some like evil mastermind hiring pedophiles behind the scenes or anything. I generally do believe he's an alright guy. He just was young when he hired those people and all that. Obviously, I don't really know a whole lot about that, but anyways, that's off topic a little bit. But like, I feel like people really do like sanctify people who do donations and stuff, and I feel like that's kind of bad, because you should never think like if I was to go out here and like do like, let's say one day I'm like a big streamer, YouTuber, whatever, right? And I'm running the charity I want to do beside my YouTube stuff, right? I can guarantee you I'm going to be making videos on it. I'm not going to be like, oh guys, please give me money, please. I'm not going to do that, right? Because at the end of the day, the only reason people watch YouTube is because they're getting a product from it, and it's a transactional relationship. So you guys get content, and I get views, subscribers, money, whatever. Obviously, that's the way life works for everything. Not just YouTube. And well, not everything, but most things. And it's like when I do it, right? Obviously, my motives are going to be make more money, specifically. But with like obviously not only make more money, because I'm not going to be out here like I don't know, like throwing these animals off roofs or something crazy, right? I'm not going to be like, let's see if this parakeet can survive a 30-floor drop. I'm not going to do shit like that, of course, But at the end of the day, just making videos and talking about it, even if you're doing it not necessarily to make profit or seem a better person, and you talk about what you're doing, like helping people wise, and now there is some leeway there, like if you're informing someone about an opportunity to help people, like you work at a soup kitchen, for example, and you're like, hey, I'm doing this weekend. We could use some extra help. Do you want to come? Right? Then that's different, because you're informing someone of an opportunity that they can help with. But like if you're posting it to social media, like, hey guys, just did a 7-hour shift at this soup kitchen. I helped a lot of people in need today, and then you're just kind of bragging about it almost. You know what I'm saying? You aren't necessarily like doing a bad thing because you were helping people and you were just talking about it, but at the same time you are trying to gain something from doing that. You are trying to gain fame, whatever, reputation, such, all that good stuff. Oh my god, I just nearly forgot a bed again. I'm too busy yapping, guys. This has been a yapathon. My bad. Let remove that marker. How do you remove markers again? Oh shit. Waypoints. Yeah, there we go. No, this has been a yapathon. I'm sorry, but I literally haven't been doing anything but running, so they're not missing out on much. Here, let's actually see if there's anything we can do here. I don't know how to make the cauldron thing. And I don't even know, like, let's see here. I think there was a quest to do it. Let's see. Where was it? I don't remember. Let's just do 10 amber. Yeah, and then here. Wait, no. It was, yeah, melter. No, is it not a melter? No, it is. All right, so let's see here. Fiery pick. Yeah, this stuff. Yeah, like, I'm not even sure how. Like, how do we get truffles? You know? Like, how do you get seared stone? Grout. Bacon. Why is it resource hogs? Yeah, look, we need a fucking... Ah. Alright, so we have to make a melter. That's from nuclear craft machine. What the fuck is this? Brother. What are we supposed to do? Okay, so just for seared bricks, we need grout, clay, gravel, red, and then sand. Okay, we can do that. We can do that. All right. It's just going to be a lot of farming, I believe. All right. So let's make another chest. And then we'll dedicate a chest just for seared bricks and stuff like that. Double chest, I mean, of course. And then we will start farming to make a bunch of seared bricks. And then we'll just smelt it into seared bricks. Or sorry, make a bunch of grout. Is there a way I can, like, pin it? I doubt it. Seared bricks and then grout. And then so we need sand, gravel, and clay, of course. All right. So gravel, sand, clay. Boom. Let's double check real quick. Sand. That's a 10 amber. Bone. Yeah, okay. All right. Now let's see here. How do I make a... Okay, so it's grout. So I just need the blocks. So let's see here. How do I make sand? Sand. So truffles can make anything. So of course I need the acorns. So then we'll also need the acorns. I don't know why I didn't think about that. I think that's all the acorns. Yeah. So let's see, sand, and then we can do this and then do that. And then make a sand. So that'll give us 3 sand. And then we need clay. I'm guessing it's just the same recipe, but with clay. Yep. So we'll just do that. And then I think we can do another. Yep. Oh, yeah. So that'll give us 2 clay. And then it's gravel. So we can just do gravel. I'm so glad I found out about that. That's awesome. Gravel. This. Boom. We cannot do it. Wait, no, we can do another. No, we can't. I'm way off. All right. Now we just grind. All right. It's bone. It's petrified. That's clay. Honestly, it would probably be easier to just cut down all the trees and just plant what we need and then run around and clear all that. But I will not do that. Let's cut this off right here so the tree breaks. But no, yeah, I just gotta... I wouldn't say they're strong opinions, honestly. I just have opinions and that I was wanting to talk about. Because, you know, that kind of stuff is like... I mean, I wouldn't say, like, close to me because, like, obviously... Well, no, I guess it can be close to me without actually having to be doing it actively, I guess. It's just stuff I want to do, right? I don't want to be... I don't want to be like Pirate Software, clearly. Because I mean, I'll just be honest. That man is. I mean, he like cheated on his wife and stuff, dude. That's fucking weird. Yeah. Did you, I don't. Okay. If you're not familiar with this, I know I'm just drama dumping. The Pirate Software cheated on his wife for like. Okay. So So Pirate Software is a furry, which I don't care. I don't have anything against furries or anything like that. You know. I do think there's some weird ones, but I'm a VTuber. I mean, I don't really have any right to be saying a community is weird. I'm a VTuber. Like, come on. But that's beside the point. And oh, this axe is broken. And he's a furry. He went by Maldovia's Fig Tree, and unironically, just the like furry persona was really making me want to make a video about him. Actually, I was like really wanting to do that. I thought it would be funny just to start the video with like, I don't know, some like anti-furry propaganda or something, and then like stage it as like a video like that. I thought it'd be kind of goofy. But I don't think I'm gonna do that, mainly because oh, sorry, I'm just checking something real quick. Mainly because my internet has been, like, horrendous lately. And I literally cannot play or do anything, like, recording-wise, on any multiplayer game. Like, that's why I haven't, like, did finals or anything. Because I can't even play Clash of Clans or Clash Royale, man. I can't even do Clash Royale. I've been having to use my data, which I don't care. I've been having to use my data to get my Clash Royale wins, man. It's rough out here. And pretty much Pirate Software, he's a furry, or was. I don't know if he still is, but you know, once a furry, always a furry, obviously. And he went by Moldovi's Fig Tree, and he was doing like ERP with like this. I'm pretty sure it was a dude. I'm not sure. I don't know a whole lot about the situation. I just know it happened, and I've seen some of the messages and stuff. It's pretty funny. And while he was married, which is most certainly something. I don't know how respectable that is, as you can imagine. I personally wouldn't do that. But then again, wait, do we need the saplings? Probably. Oh, we have a birch. Wait. Oh yeah, it was the amber one, so we need to make the furnace. We'll do the furnace next video, or well, I don't even know if we're gonna have the materials because we need like this bone and clay and all that good stuff. Sand saplings. That's what I was looking for. There we go. But no, yeah, he's like cheating on his wife with this furry, which is kind of silly. I hope the ERP was at least good or something, man. I don't know about ruining your relationship for some virtual furry. I can't. I'm gonna stop it here. I'm gonna stop it here. I was about to say something. I was about to say something. Which I thought that situation was kind of funny. Not gonna lie. I feel really bad for the wife. And I don't know if they have kids. I don't think so. But I feel bad for anyone involved other than Thor, honestly, because obviously he's the one who did it. I do feel bad for the dude, unless the dude knew, but you know who knows there. I don't even know the person's name, so I can't do anything, you know, confirm or deny whatever. Um, but I thought it was a pretty goofy situation, and yeah, I've been making this. I've been like yapping this entire video about pirate software, dude. I have an obsession, dude. I'm on that hater train. Nah, I don't hate the guy. I think it's funny. I don't hate him though. I do think some of the stuff he does is scummy. I'm not gonna lie. But then again, I think some of the stuff a lot of people does is scummy, but I don't go out of my way to hate people for hating, you know. Most of the time. There is some people. There's this one person I went to high school with, and I pray on that I pray on that man's downfall every day. Every day. I'm joking, of course. He's not that bad of a guy. I just personally don't care about him. Um, and I don't know. I just really like talking about drama, if you couldn't tell. I don't like making videos about it. Like, I did in the beginning. Oh, which if you don't know, that's what I originally started doing on this channel. It was like drama stuff. Lolcow stuff mainly. So pretty much just like online pedophiles. Pretty much. That's what most lolcows are. Not all, but most. And I was mainly doing kind of stuff like that, but I just got so tired of it. Every video was literally the same script. Hey guys, being a pedophile is bad. Don't harass this person. I don't want to get in trouble. Hey guys, this person's a pedophile as well. Here's the messages to prove it. Hey guys, this person killed his arch rival, Music Biz Marty. You know, stuff like that. And that was my content. If you're an OG, leave it in the comments below and tell me you're an OG. And that's what I did, which I enjoyed it for a little bit until it just got so, like, it was so mentally, I wouldn't say mentally taxing, but it was so draining. Like every 3 days, because that was my upload schedule. New video every 3 days, which was too many, you know, to be fair. That's one of the reasons I got burnt out. Not all drama channels, most drama channels do more, because I didn't really do any editing. I did splicing of videos mainly, so I would just take clips and put them together and then put clips over it to show the evidence or whatever I was showing. So I didn't do like any fancy editing or anything, and I still don't do fancy editing. First off, because I just do gaming stuff. I just sit here and talk. Not really a whole lot for me to edit. I'm not gonna throw a bunch of like fucking, I don't know, like soundboard shit in here, right? Because that's just, I'm not gonna brain rot you all, because I'm not aiming for like that kind of audience. I want an audience that's here to listen to me yap, right? And like actually be here for my personality or whatever. I don't want some people that are here for the, well, look at the MLG no. Oh god, that's dating me really bad. I nearly said MLG no scope. Oh my god, I'm elderly. I'm sorry. I'm not here for that kind of audience, right? So I don't do like fancy editing like that. I just do bare minimum editing. Obviously, like some stuff I produce in the future is going to have higher quality editing, and it's not necessarily because I can't edit that kind of stuff. Because I mean I can, right? It's obviously a little learning curve, but at the same time, it's not that bad. And like it's just like something I don't really have any interest in doing, right? And also, to be fair, it's also like, why would I produce a video that takes hours and hours of editing and recording, and then for it to get 100 views, right, or 20 views, 40, 50 views, right? And to be fair, it doesn't take long. Like, even just splicing videos together, like just doing that for the editing, didn't take long. It took, I don't know, like probably double the time of what the length of a video was to do all that. Even faster for some videos, of course. And I just didn't like doing it because I felt that that kind of stuff was even more low quality than what I'm doing now. Not in an editing sense, but in a information providing sense, I guess, and also in an entertainment providing sense. Because I wasn't playing a game well. I wasn't talking about anything. I would come on here and I'd be like, "Hey guys, so this happened. I just literally ripped this information off another channel. Yeah, this stuff happened. Here's the clip. Oh, by the way, guys, this guy's a pedophile. Don't be a pedophile." And it was just kind of, I don't think I meant to do drama channel stuff, right? I did like do some recently, like the V Shoujo video, for example. That was like something I actually know stuff about, and also something I mean I know stuff about, like what's it called, like lolcows and stuff, to be fair. But it was something I knew quite a bit about because I could just pick up chests, because I am a VTuber, right? So I know quite a bit about like that kind of sphere, and because I also wanted to work for a like company because it's easier. I mean, that's why. So I wanted to do that, and it's just something I knew a bit about, so I was yapping about it pretty much. And I did cover the drama because it was something I wanted to talk about. But of course, some things like lolcows, right? Wanted to talk about them for a bit, but then it kind of got to the point to where I was like, I don't really care anymore. Like, I respect people who cover lolcows, because some of them, because it is needed, right? There is a certain degree to where you're kind of milking it, you know, and you're not really informing people of what's happening anymore, because lolcows should 100% be kept track of. Like, there is some really actually dangerous lolcows out there, and like, if they do something awful, that should be like recorded, right? There should be some evidence, and then they should be held accountable, even if half of them are like insane, right? That doesn't give them a pass. So there needs to be someone to keep track of them, because I'll tell you, for half these online predators, even real life predators, the law enforcement doesn't fucking care. They don't do anything. At least here in America. I'm not sure about other countries, right? And oh my god, that's another thing I want to yap about, dude. Predators, right? Get off so fucking light. Like, I've been doing like some To Catch a Predator binges and stuff recently, and I'm not one of those people who are going to go out here and be like, murder them all, stone them, you know, hang them, stuff like that. Obviously, I think what they're doing is despicable and evil. But right, I'm not going to be one of those people that are like hunting them down and shit, right? To some degree, of course. And I don't necessarily have anything wrong with those people who do it either. I just think it's a little, what's the word? I don't really know. I just think it's not necessary. On the other hand, I do think punishment's necessary. Punishment and rehabilitation of both, of course. Because these people, they don't get punished or rehabilitated, right? Like, they don't get anything. They just get... Bro, are you seriously interrupting my yapping? I've let you live this far. Stupid fucking skeleton. They don't get punishments or rehabilitation. They get rewarded. Like, just being blatantly honest, the American like justice system actively protects predators. And obviously, like, when people say that, most of the time they're like, oh, the rich people, you know, stuff like that. But no, not just the rich people. I mean, obviously them mainly. Like, for example, To Catch a Predator originally got shut down because I think it was a governor or a judge they caught, and the person killed themselves after they got caught. And since then, there hasn't been any high class people caught on To Catch a Predator, as far as I'm aware. Um, and obviously, that's for a reason. Because everyone and their mother knows that these high class, like, rich people are out here doing despicable shit. Not just to children, of course, to Bone Crook. Huh. Not just to children, of course, but to, like, everyone, right? You don't become a millionaire, like, through being a nice person. I mean, you just don't, right? That's not how that works. Huh. I see. Bone acorn and bone resin. And obviously, I'm not sitting here saying all rich people are evil or whatever. I don't want to make, like, broad accusations and stuff like that, because I think that does more harm than good. But to some degree, most millionaires and billionaires are bad people. I mean, just being blatantly honest. Like, there's no other way you can slice it, right? Because there's no one in the world. You cannot name a single person who has made all their money completely not shady. Like, no matter who it is, they have done something shady at some point to progress their career or to like make money, or on the alternative, someone just handed them it, which is also very likely. Because a lot of millionaires and billionaires and stuff are just nepo babies, because their parents gave them a bunch of money and then they pulled themselves up by their bootstraps and then became more rich. Because at a certain point, you can't really not be rich, right? That is something I actually thoroughly believe is at a certain point in wealth, like when you have a certain amount of money, unless you are the most incompetent person in the world, you can't lose money. You can lose money, but you can't become broke. A good example of this is the family. I think it was the Sackler family was their name. I could be wrong, but they ran Purdue pharmaceuticals. And if you don't know, they were a company and they produced like opioids and stuff, I believe it was. And there's a whole big thing about them, like how they were paying off doctors and all kinds of stuff. But that's a story for another Yap session. But pretty much, they were told to give, I want to say billions of dollars to like the victims of the case, and also to states and stuff that were harmed dramatically through the massive amount of harms they did through misrepresenting their medicine, and then all these other things they did. And even though they claimed bankruptcy and they, millions and billions of dollars gave away, obviously not of their own free will, right? Because they were forced to. Even though all that happened, I guarantee you they're all still billionaires. Every single person in that family, guarantee you they still have billions in like Finnish bank accounts or wherever all the rich people put their money. I can't remember if it's Swedish or Finnish. I don't know. I think it's Swedish. I don't know why I said Finnish. It's one of those countries or somewhere over there. You already know they have so much money in those bank accounts because that's what all the rich people do. If I was rich, that's what I would do. Hell, I'm not going to lie about it. Not because I'm going to like nefariously nefariously, is that the word? Not because I'm going to go out here and destroy entire generations of people with misrepresenting the addictiveness of my medicines or anything, right? Obviously, I'm not going to do that yet. But obviously, anyone that has an insane amount of money is going to do that because it provides security to said money. And if you have a lot of money, that's what you care about, is your money. I mean, everyone cares about money to some degree, right? And when you're rich, you care about it more so, unless you're insanely rich. Because that money enables you to live lavishly, enables you to do what you want to do, etc., etc. And I like, it's just it's just something. Yeah, we'll say it's something. I know I've been yapping a lot. A lot of yada lapping, yapping, all that good stuff. I'll yap about one more thing. What was I gonna yap about? Shit. It was gonna be something I was gonna yap about. I don't remember though. Fuck. I do not remember what I was wanting to yap about. That is, I got memory problems or something, dude. This is crazy. I don't remember. Huh. What was it? I don't remember. That's weird. It had to do with like what I was talking about, like rich people and overseas banking and stuff. I don't remember. Well, that sucks. I was wanting to yap about it. But yeah, just a big yap fest today. Yapping about pirate software, like yapping about rich people, yapping about scams or whatever it was. I don't remember what it was. Yapping about all this stuff today, man. We're making good yap progress. I really enjoyed this. Just sitting here talking about random shit. Because normally, like, if I'm doing a video or whatever, I'm like, oh, guys, this is happening. Oh my god, guys. Oh, it's ghost. You know, shit like that, right? I'm all, like, kind of doing a narration type thing almost. But I actually kind of just liked sitting here and yapping you all to death. My bad, of course, my bad. I don't know. It was fun. I'm probably going to do something similar for the next video, because I think next video is just going to be me breaking leaves as well. I would do it off camera, but I don't want to do anything off camera. I want all of it to be recorded. I'll probably just do a speed up next video for it. I think that's probably what I'll do. I think. I'm not sure. But let's see our spoils for today. So take out the bone. Take out the bone. Alright. So bone goes in here. Let's see here. Clay, gravel, clay, sand, gravel, clay. Alright. Let's see here. So to start off with, let's do gravel. This, boom. Boom, 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 boom. So we make 4. That's not bad. Oh shit, we only make 3. We did not get that many acorns. Sucks. Yeah. Alright, 3 gravel. Gravel resin. Alright, let's do clay next, because we have a bunch of clay. Clay. Boom. Boom. Boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. And then just do all that and then spread that among those. Damn, we have a lot. Okay. That is a lot of clay. Let's do sand. I think I'm going to have the least of sand. Actually, no, I think I might have more sand than... Yeah, way more. Alright. Well, we don't want that in there. Or this. Alright, so let's see how much grout or whatever we made. You know, we actually made quite a bit there. Alright, that's not bad. How much grout? Let's see here. or how much whatever it's called does one grout make? Seared brick, and then smelting. So 1 grout equals 1 seared brick. That does not seem like a lot. How much do we need to make seared stone? Seared stone. What? It's an infinite loop. So we need these seared road. Okay. Seared road. How do we get this though? So smelting. No, that turns it to cracked. This is just chiseling. How do you get it? There, airship? I think I've talked about that before. That's it. That's cool though. I want to make an airship eventually. That'd be really cool, actually. How would I make this? Casting, maybe? Maybe I need a casting table and then I need to... No, because then I'd have to have the smelter already. Yeah, what? How the flippity skibbit? Yeah, because all this just turns it into... Flippity darn it. How in the world? How do I do this? We can make the faucet. We can make... Where's the table? Where's the table? I don't see it here. Is there like a seared table or something? Seared tank? Alloy tank? I'm confused. I don't know what I'm doing. All right. Well, that's enough of looking around. I will just look up how to make one. Because I don't want to spend a billion years trying to figure it out myself. Thank you all for watching. Hope you liked this week's Skyfactory 4 episode. Like, subscribe, do all that, and I'll see you next time. See ya.